Hello and welcome back to another casual night chit chat show. I forgot I totally forgot to talk for the first 10 seconds. Yeah, because I was checking on something. And let's see, do we have any gaming news today? Yeah, sure. We need to dig up. Okay, if I don't have, I need to dig up. And I was a little bit busy doing the modeling and whatnot, so excuses. Okay, let's see. What type of gaming news do we get? Usually, I like to scour around YouTube a little bit about IGN here and there. But in general, I would say if I did not read it, I'll say I did not read it though. There is one particular one that I want to talk about. I think that's a good example on people are getting too comfortable with the bag and not I won't say no effort, little to no effort is being made. Okay, before we go to that part, a little bit of housekeeping. Make sure brawlers is turned on, and let's see. Okay, game. All right, so like I said, I did a lot of modeling for today, and for those who are asking, I only do the game modeling only on the stream, not say stream night. I try to adhere to my schedule, which is only on stream day. I would commit 1 hour, all right, plus minus. I would say, yeah, I would say plus minus, and then let's see how far can we go. One of the big reason is that I want to keep it in a way like a timekeeping, basically for timekeeping, like how much can I put out for X amount of time. Of course, there are some days I put extra hours, like during the weekend, want to do something, and at the same time, I'm also trying to get my collection up. Okay, so we did talk a little bit about digital collectibles. No. We did not touch about digital collectibles. Oh boy, we only touched about digital ownership last week. And I think this is one of the following, which is digital collectibles. What changes that can we make to make it to be a collectible piece? Something that can be collected. And I'm going to use sparingly. Not every collectible, okay, will go up in value. They are in a way that provides a little bit of entertainment value in general to chase certain items. And that is one of the things that I've read recently, okay, especially with the Labubu craze. And I want to be like the Labubu craze, all right? I want to get my IP or my brand or my toy to that level, okay? Which is crazy. Labubu it's out of the, I won't say out of the blue, okay? Truth to be told, Labubu is not out of the blue in a way where that the brand is kind of existed already, right? By Pop Mart. So in a way, it's already in the market, right? The brand is already out there. It's just that a selected collection under Pop Mart, which is Labubu, right? Uh, just got exploded, right? Basically went viral in I would say Gen Z speak, right? Word on the street is it pop off. Okay, it pop off, and oh boy, it's crazy. I want to get that type of success in general. Okay, I want to try to get my toy to that, but at the same time, on one end as well, like how uh, the question is, I don't know the market. Okay, everybody do not know the market. Why suddenly this certain toy got pop off and whatnot? But more importantly, I actually want to get more into the designing toy area. And I did watch some YouTube videos as well, looking at people who try to get into the not say collectible toys, right? Designer toys side, and some of them I have not heard of it. Yeah, and they are doing good, as in they got quality toys. So on one end, if they have if they bring in success, fantastic. Yep. Okay, so that's one small little, not saying news, but it's one small little thing for the content. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Pokemon. not the brand itself, but their recent release, right? Mainline release, I would say, Pokemon. And obviously, Pokemon is a big brand. It's a well-known brand. Most people already know it, right? Even though they don't play it, right? In general. So that's number one. And unfortunately, all right, there's one key thing is that their recent game, I'm gonna bring out the recent game, there's at least some screenshot, because their most recent game does not inspire, uh, how do I put it this way, confidence in a way. Yeah. One of the biggest thing is that Pokemon buy now. Okay, if you say last time, all right, probably they do not have their brand is not too big, or rather not big enough, and then you don't get too much money and whatnot. So the game is a little bit not so great. I won't say not so great. Actually, it's not so great. No, back then their game is solid, simple, straightforward pixel, not say pixel art, but pixel 2D, right? Solid. It was a solid game. It is still a solid game. I can easily go back to the old Pokemon games and play, no problem. And of course, recently, as in few years ago, they changed to be more 3D-esque on their mainline game. And during their first attempt or their first two attempts, I'm gonna give some of these games a little bit of slack, because when they came from a 2D side to 3D, and I dare say 3D is not an easy thing to tackle, especially on the visual side, because you got a lot of things to take care of. Okay, hands down, if you take a look at my game is a great example. Unfortunately, visual wise for my game, not so great. It is very, very indie in a way, but I want to keep that because it brings a little bit of charm towards it. So that's one. But for big games who wants to get in, who already have an existing gameplay, fan base, and IP, they transition from 2D to 3D. Usually their first title or their first two titles in general will be not so, not saying not so great. It feels off. That's how I'm gonna say. It feels a little off. And I totally understand that, because take a look at Street Fighter when they switch from sprite based, or sprite based to 3D, it feels a little off in a way. Yeah, same goes with a lot of fighting games that switch from 2D in general to 3D. It's there is one or two small little thing that is different. Okay, so that's the key thing. And then for games that entered straight away 3D, usually most of the time they'll just improve from there onwards. Okay, because they know what they have, they know what they can improve, and obviously the feedback is from the players itself. So like brawlers started off as 3D. So in my opinion, if they were to what do you call this, continue to improve this game, it is near impossible to get lousier visual for the game, right? It's nearly impossible. Not to say it's impossible, I would say nearly, because some people can fumble as well. Okay, we're gonna give we need to put a small little pin on that. And for brawlers, I can straight away say it's like, okay, you know what? They kind of cop out a little bit if you look at the environment. Yeah, it is a huge cop out. It's like from you have 3D stuff and you have 2D. Not to say 2D is not workable, okay? The problem is this is 2D. It looks off. That's the thing, it looks off. The main assets are still here in general, so not to say no complaints. There is no improvement from their first drop, so no comments, because it's the same thing. So that's it. Like, and that's the reason that's the reason. That's one of the main reason why I want to get into 3D first. No, straight away jump into 3D, because I don't have the skills to do 2D. 2D slash pixel art. There is a skill there, okay, and I don't have. And actually, that's very, very, I won't say niche, but if you got it right, if you got the right art and whatnot, the 2D side can be very, very good, I would say. Yep. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's a quick little, not say show and tell, but for that. Now back to the main story at hand. Unfortunately for Pokemon, they actually went backwards. Okay, and to top it off, Pokemon is a big company, big art department. Basically, they have the bag, and if they go backwards, something is wrong. Something is totally wrong because you should not go backwards when it comes to your mainline games. For example, right, we have brawlers, and then we have Brawl for All, another, I won't say non mainline game for brawlers. Unfortunately, that failed, straight up failed. It didn't even make it past it kind of made it past the first preliminary tests, I would say, and it is disappointing. I would say straight up, it is disappointing. 6-8. I couldn't call this out. It's a bit hard to call. Yeah, a bit hard to call. 6-7 instead. Oof. So unfortunately, Brawl for All is a huge disappointment. Very, very huge disappointment. It is still, I won't say stinks. It leaves a sour taste or a sour experience for me. Okay, I can't say for everyone, but I'm gonna say me. It is a sour taste, and it is bad. Because I had high hopes on that. Okay, I was hoping for a actually no, I was not say expected more. Obviously, I expected more compared to what they have here, but there are few games out there that they can, again, not to say copy, but they can take inspiration from. Yeah, that's it. That's really it. Wow. I should do a flex here, but I want to do a trap. Uh, wow, no, that's really, really it. GG. Ooh, all the eights are here. All the eights are here. Okay, so unfortunately, Pokemon, the latest Pokemon game, which is Pokemon ZA, yeah, it's a huge disappointment for me, and there's nothing else I can say about it. Right? They went backwards, in a way, because the games that are similar to Pokemon are doing better. That's how you know they are not doing good. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a direct one-to-one comparison for brawlers, so I got nothing else to say about that. But for Brawl for All, we have a direct comparison, a one-to-one comparison, and guess what? They failed. Right? I will call it what it is. Failed straight up. The first test was okay-ish. First, yeah, actually, the first test was okay-ish. Wow, wow, and I did manage to kind of do it. Actually, that's the next game that I want to kind of tackle, like a Brawl for All, but my interpretation on it, basically add my spin on it. And unfortunately, it's not available this year because I have to concentrate on other things. So, boo hoo hoo. Maybe next year. Maybe next year I can add it to my list because we have one or two games that I want to tackle. So really kind of so we move on to not say segue. So we move on to the next part, all right? So for the game that I've been attempting to make so far, we have most of the things. No, we have the key main gameplay that I want to put out. That is done. Like I said, I want to do like a digital pet style. So basically, you take care of your avatar. Unfortunately, there's not much. Actually, we can probably add one or two more features to bring in more in line. Actually, we did already. You know what? Actually, we did it already. What am I talking about? Okay, so but we're gonna do a little review once we not say what once we get. I think we can do a quick little review. What is closer to the digital pad style of gameplay and what can be like tweaked or added? And let's see, we have time to change that a little bit because we have to take care of the sound of the game, and I want to go through some of that today. No, I want to go some of that this week because today I did get some of the assets out. I've been replacing all the placeholder assets, and we are almost there. I have probably one or two more that I want to, and not say I have one or two more tasks. Okay, yeah, and that's it. And for the visual side, it's kind of done already. Yeah, just a few more little tweaks here and there, and we will move on to the audio department, and then after that we will move on to the title card. Yeah, those are the few small checklists for me for this week. And by next week we should have at least a rudimentary like alpha, no, not even alpha, I'm gonna call it an alpha test that I can start publishing it. Yes sirree, I want to try to get some of the I want to get a first build to the web. All right, I want to publish the first build, at least a testing build before end of October. So at least I have November and December to kind of plan a little bit. And according to my schedule, oh hey there Daily Buddha, welcome to the stream. Forgot to greet you. Where was I? Oh yes. So according to my schedule, we are actually had plenty of time. I was being very generous with my timeline. I've been very generous with the amount the time allocated for the game dev, which we will do a post-mortem definitely at the end of the year, right? If not beginning of next year. Yeah, because I did say one thing for sure, I would like to continue the game dev live stream for I would love to continue the game live game dev stream per se, or at least game development side, what I've discovered and whatnot. And let's see how it goes. Obviously, there are a few things I need to change for next year if I were to continue, and then some things I need to drop, some things I need to reshuffle a little bit, find a better way to present. Yep. Okay. So that's that for the game news side. Do we have any extra that we can take away from? All right, so Pokemon, yeah, sadly disappointment for big company. Okay. Okay, what's next that is hot? I don't think there's anything hot other than Battlefield 6. Yeah, that's all right. Call of Duty, that's okay. We have lots of events because Halloween is coming out now. I'm not going to cover TwitchCon because we have some small little issue. Yeah, actually huge issue for TwitchCon, but again, that is technically not gaming related, but more Twitch related, streaming related. Oh boy, I have a terrible cough. That's not good. Ooh. Okay. Talking about Twitch, let's see how we have done for brawlers. You know what? I think it's a nice little segue to it. Let's see how brawlers has been doing. Again, this is not a matrix of not this one. This is not a metric of success and engagement, but close enough. Close enough. All right, brawlers. And let's see how it goes. Okay, I am human. Thank you very much. This cloud flare thing, it's a little bit annoying. Okay, it's a little bit annoying. Not a big fan of it. And yeah, later we're gonna have not say PSA, but kind of a PSA, because we did two. Oh, we went up a little bit. We went up a little bit. One live channels, one average channels, hours watch 5. Okay, we did go up. We did go up. Views per channel 2. Peak viewers. Oh no, okay, we don't care about the peak viewers because it's October 2023. Average view 2. Ooh. Rank, unfortunately, you cannot see the rank properly. Yeah, because of how I put it, but we can see at least here. Okay, let's look at October 1, September 1, August. Oh, August we got 3 peak views, 16. All right, that's cool. Cool. Numbers at least went a little bit interesting, but we are still looking at minus 66.7%, minus 66.7%. Ooh boy, brawlers. Ooh boy. 7 days. Let's see. And I can guarantee this is all my yeah, it's the days that I've streamed. Only moi. And that's the question though. But not bad. Lu has all those hot views. Look at that. Hot views. Yeah. I mean, I can't blame Lu. Lu is definitely a much better streamer than me. And that's also a good question though. Unfortunately, because I'm not streaming full time, yeah, that's just I'm not saying no, not to say no brainer, but it is kind of on the no brainer side to technically not continue if you're looking at a normal channel. But for me, because I have other goals in hand, so I'll do it as long as I can. That is one thing that I promised this year as well. Like I try to do as long as I can. Okay. Oh, no games here yet. That's totally fine by me. Okay, so all right, let's switch back. Okay, let's see what's up on Tyranno Studios. Let's see what's up. All right, let's take a look at Music Mogul. Last chat. Nothing. I want to, you know what? I want to show this. I really wanted to show this. Right, nothing. Okay, let's take a look at brawlers. Obviously, brawlers we have some stuff because of all the community tournaments. So at least that's a little bit more livelier, right? 22nd, 21st. All right, at least we have some simple, decent gaps around here. Okay, some days are just very cold, which is totally fine. All right, that's totally fine. What about Spin Tycoon? Spin Tycoon should have more, right? At least more active chat. So let's take a look. And lo and behold, yeah, a bit more active. Okay, let's see. But let's scroll up a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Okay. All right, building situation. Yeah. Like I said, not say Spin Tycoon is not my style of game, but yeah, Spin Tycoon is not really my style. Ooh, Daily Buddha is up here. Sweet. Sweet. Okay, nice. Building, yeah, talking about building permits. Talking, yeah, this is attack and defense. Okay, I think that's about it. Yeah, at least it's a bit more livelier here. So that's good. One small thing, most of the crowd is now going on to the next hot game. And of course, Spin Tycoon has AI-ish kind of opponent, so that's one. And Spin Tycoon is kind of a strategy game in a way, so that also helps a little bit because strategy games with AI, oh, and offline AI, no, scrap the first two. We have AI and it's offline AI and offline player if we were to do PvP in a way. So that kind of works when it comes to a strategy game like Clash of Clans. Okay, so that's that for Spin Tycoon. What else? What's happened to... It's been a while I've been seeing Illuvium. Let's see what's happening at Illuvium. I have been not paying attention. For people who do not know, Illuvium is a Ethereum-based Web3 game, and it's one of those games that I wanted to get in per se because they have a interest. Basically, they copy a good game mode, which is from League of Legends, and that is team fight tactics. Right, basically, it's a sort of a auto chess style, and yeah, I just want to see how it works, but looking at Ethereum based projects, and I try to back one or two before Illuvium. Illuvium was way too expensive. Is it still expensive now? Most likely it is. Let's see how it let's see. All right, let's go to their website and see how it looks like. And the gas fee is just not my thing. Because if every transaction needs a gas fee, then ugh. One of the biggest issue for Web3 game is the gas fee. Unfortunately, is the gas fee. And that is also another thing. How can you make a game that can what do you call this? Not say circumnavigate navigate away from gas fee, but how can you incorporate? Yeah, it's basically the incorporation part of us querying for data, and if you want to do a querying for data, and if you want to do something, it requires to do a transaction. That's the part I don't like. All right, that's the part. After learning how it works, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Really not a big fan of that. When it comes to secure trading, makes sense, but when it comes to general gameplay and usage, if any game that based off those transaction style, and I did say a lot on the previous episode or stream that if you rely too much on, not say the token, but if the game relies too much on the chain side, actually I didn't say a lot, right? Because I did say a lot of token, because token relies on the chain, and if we rely to token, then it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, let's see. Open beta, yada yada yada. All. Oh wow. Top sale. Am I seeing this right? Top sale. Huh. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So they already start trading with what do you call this? Illuviums? So this, yeah. These are the creatures and whatnot. So yes. Oh no, nothing. So one of the things that I want to get into is because of this type of stuff. It's like Pokemon meets team fight tactics meets Web3 trading. Yeah. So that's the part that I'm curious on. Unfortunately, yeah, Ethereum not a big fan of it. All right. Wow. Wow. I don't know how accurate is this. Is it really a what do you call this? A recent transaction? Because I can't click. All right, let's see. If I click this guy, hopefully, yes. Last when? Give me the last sale. When? Oh no, oh no, this is not. This is just a PFP. This is just a PFP. That's a no-go. No-go. PFP, I'm not bothered. Wow, really? Yeah, this sounds too good to be true though. This sounds too good to be true. But then again, you know what? Willing buyer, willing seller. Da, da, da. Okay, tier 5. Yeah. Assets. Oh, it has been fused. Okay, that makes a little sense. But then again, it makes no sense too. Yeah, you bought for 1 ETH and you fuse. That's a good question. Okay, land. What about land? So land. Yeah, land is land. Okay, land is land. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah. I'm just not saying not bothered. I'm just not too bothered with that because of just fee and whatnot. It's just, yeah. It's tough luck. Tough luck. Because I kind of got rid of that already. Yeah, no. Ethereum, all Ethereum based project, I am no longer bothered. That's one thing I told myself, because there's too much losses over there in general, too much. And fun bit is the losses not because of the value, right? The losses is because of the gas fee. I'm just not interested paying gas fee. Yeah. The last one was Rack League, and I wanted to collect that. I wanted to collect Rack League's mecha. But then again, unfortunately, the gas fee really leaves a bad taste. Really, really leaves a bad taste. There's no, I couldn't get out of that. Right? I'm still salty and sour for that experience, and really, I really one of the big things that I will try. Let's take a look at Rec League and see how it looks like. Rec League. You know what? Next week we'll bring out Rec League, the game, and then we'll play a little bit. Obviously, Rec League suffers the same problem as Brawlers, right? When there's no player, nothing. Nothing. There's no story mode. There is no. There is an AI mode, but because there's no story, really nothing much you can go along with that. Yep. That's it. That's all I want to say. All right. There's really nothing much you can go about. Okay, let's see. Rack League. How have you been? Okay, look at the parts. Most of them are. See, the thing is, even though it's small, but the gas fee really, really, yeah, really, really not. I don't like it because I want to build a complete team mech, and there are a few parts for it. So let's see. Lore, journey about rack mech. All right, we're gonna take a look at a mech. Do we have a? No, not bothered. See, they did all this stuff, which is cool and nice, but even with decent. All right, so this Rack League was made at least by a reputable game developer in a way, and even this, like, yeah, coming, even the comic also was like, this is one of those projects that gave a little bit more hope for me, but at the end of the day, it becomes, yeah, nothing. I would say disappointment as well. So there we go. So we got all the mechas over here. I want to get a complete team because there is a team for every mech out there. I want to collect them all in a way. But oh my goodness, I don't know how to do it. It's just, yeah, I really just don't like. Yeah, unfortunately. All right, let's check the block. Let's check the block. I'm gonna make sure. Yes. When was their last known thing? All right. 2024. That's it. 2024. Yeah. All right. There we go. I think we have a nice what do you call this? What do you call it? Go away. That was one thing I don't want it to show. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Yeah, you can collect all the different you can collect 5 different weapon types, playstyle. No, I don't want this. I want the yeah, there we go. 5 different okay, we don't care about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. We don't care about that as well. And this is a good yeah, good one. So you get a full mech. So I wanted to collect all of them, like 5 of them. But the gas fee really, 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 really makes me not bothered in a way. Really, really not bothered. So that's that for Rec League. Sad, very, very sad. Okay, I don't stare too much on all these failed projects. It brings back lots of bad, not say bad memories, but with all these failed projects or almost you know what, I'm gonna call it fail. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to make a version for myself. That's one of the main reason why I want to still continue to live stream in a way, but mainly focus more on the game dev side. And that is to make a game that I want, not say I wanted, a game that I used to play and it just went belly up. Yeah, it's just disappointing. Very, very disappointing. All right. Okay, so what do we need to do next is we need to do a little bit on show and tell for, hold on. Yeah, okay. I got this thing out on, I need my script. Although I did say I'm not going to do too much scripting this round. Oh, wrong one. Okay, yes, this one. And yes, okay, gotcha. So today's stream, or rather today's episode as well, is going to be short, exactly 1 hour. No more, but no less as well. One big reason is I have put some time off stream to the game, and I don't think there's anything else I could do to showcase, because modeling, I could not get it run on OBS, or rather I need to do too many things then, so I just gave up. And I tried. Because if not, I can continue to do modeling, and that would be great. So I've added one small item over here, which is cool. Alright, so now we have a sandbag, and for now it is not going to be animated, but when we have time, once we complete all the tasks that we have, I want to animate something. Right, when you click on this guy, all right, your avatar will walk towards there and it will do a simple animation. I really want to have that. All right, so we have sandbag, red building. Okay, so now we're gonna talk a little bit. What do I want to do for that building? So this is sandbag is for mood. Wait, hold on a sec. Pause. I want to know which. Okay, HP. Sandbag is for HP? That makes no sense. It's supposed to be for mood. Okay, if sandbag is for HP, then mood, we want something relaxing. Oh, I already did. I already planned a little bit. I'm gonna do a swing. So basically, Abe will sit on top of sit on the swing and swing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, doy. I was modeling that halfway. That's one of the reasons why I cannot show. Yep. So we definitely need to clear up a lot of things, like this windmill I have to change, this thing I have to change, clear data, so I have to change, play new game, or play or continue, we need to do that. Debug mode, I will remove that, but for now I'm just going to keep it because I need to do a lot of debugging. And for the farming, okay, so one of the game that I wanted to copy is a farming style. Oh, I just remembered again. Change my backdrop. Oh boy, I'm getting ashamed right now. I've been telling myself since few months ago, please get a backdrop. And I have no time. I will do it today on stream. I already have one thing copied over to that I've downloaded for free. Yep, I want to use that. It is yeah, when it says free for commercial use, that's one of the things. And I want to clarify this, okay? Every game that I make, I wanted to adhere the most important thing. Number one, I want to try. In fact, I would say I don't want to use AI, but I cannot say that because I want to test out. I really, really want to test out the AI generator thingy. But as a disclaimer, okay, I want to put this out first and foremost. I would disclose if the project has AI. Okay. And for this game, we have zero AI. Zero AI, zero downloaded free assets. That's right. I'm not using any free assets for this game. This is 100% model. And okay, I won't say designed by me, but modeled by me. Design there are some inspiration here and there. That is normal, that is common, okay? But what I want to say is this. Games that I made, doesn't matter how ugly it is, how not so triple A looking or visually aesthetic. Okay, I cannot use visually aesthetic because some of the design I'm happy. So art is subjective, unfortunately, right? And of course, I would like to put at least some quality control on it. I don't just want to grab certain things, simply model and put it in. One of the key thing is this guy. I am still not happy with this enemy, and I want to put this into the. I want to switch this up when you go to combat. So that's that. And even the combat also feels a little bit not so great, so probably I will update that a little bit, but that's the last minute thing, or lowest priority, not last minute, lowest priority. Like this robot is nice and cool. I kind of supposed to add some effects over here. The head reminds me to the head is okay, right? It's okay. I just did not put all the necessary no, I haven't put all the details yet, because like Abe, right, the avatar, at least it has some right simple details, but for the robot I'm definitely not happy. The chest, this chest thingy padding is not say ugly, I like the shape, but it's boring, it's empty. The main, okay, this part not so much, probably I'm okay with. The hands, probably I'll adjust, yeah, probably give a little bit more angular shape, because if I would compare to my the avatar hands, okay, the avatar hands has some sort of shapes here and there, interesting cuts and whatnot. So this one is too simple. The lower arm, love it. All right, I'm not going to change the lower arm, so probably I will just change a little bit here. This shoulder pad, this triangle thing, I need to find a better way to represent this a little bit better. Yeah, and definitely there will be glowing eyes, but it looks like a bucket head. The problem, it looks like a bucket head. Maybe I can call this a bucket bot. Ah, BB. BB, bucket bot. Yeah. So that's one. One thing for sure is this design is very very close to a lot of like cartoon type of evil soldier bots per se. It's very common. Like there are few designs you could not really escape, and unfortunately I tried to escape from it, but I could not, because no matter how many iteration I put, it still looks the same, or quite similar. So I can only do that much, and I wasted a lot of time doing stuff that's like at the end of the day I just trash it out. But again, every iteration will bring forward the design a little bit more. This hover thing, I definitely need to get a bit more design, and this one is nice because I have a rocket that I can what do you call this, reference, use it as reference. So yeah, this is what I meant by it's boring. Like if you look at the side profile, oof, okay, we got some shapes, we get the silhouette, but when you look from the front, and when you look from a bit more top, it's like that's what I meant. I mean, can be better. All right, I'll put this way, can be better. Maybe I need to angle it a little bit better. Yeah, you know what? I'll probably take another poke, because this would be the next character for the November drop. That's right. We were gonna have a drop for November, and it will be this guy. And talking about drops, we have a October drop and a special October drop. All right, so before we go to that part, because what I want to do on top of the things that I'm doing is I want to try to create something that celebrates the festive, like real world festival. So Halloween is coming out, spooky month, so we want to get at least some spooky stuff. I did have one or two design that I have already done prior to this. Like I was trying to design a skull mask, but that failed. I'm gonna say straight up, that failed. And yeah, there's no way to go. I need to redesign a little bit. Okay, yeah, we have a wizard hat for October drop. So yeah, so at the end of October, we're gonna have a seasonal drop, and definitely we're gonna have a Christmas drop. That's 100%. Right? We already have an Easter drop. Thanksgiving. There we go. There's so many things. That's one of the biggest reasons why I want to do a lot of all this festival drop is to bring my brand out a little bit more out for people to know, and it's free. 100%. Oh, can I use 100% free? Okay, for seasonal stuff, 100% free. Yeah, bots will try to gobble up. I'll let it be. I'll let it be. I'll probably reserve some. Uh, yeah, you know what? I'll reserve. I have to reserve some for my members and whatnot. So we're gonna do like half. Okay, you know what? I think that's a very good topic for this part, because for as far as game dev goes, let me circle back to game dev. Okay, not bothered about this guy, not bothered about this guy. We did talk a lot about this. We did talk about art. Oh, before we move on. All right, so art, 100%. I will model with my own hands. AI. I cannot say no because I want to test out some of the AI stuff down the road. But at the same time, I will try to use it sparingly. If I do use, I will put a disclaimer that there's some AI stuff in it. If not, because there are some things which I'm going to give you a scenario. What if I generate a character using AI, but I rebuild it with my own remodel, okay, build it from the ground up, but using the AI art or the AI image as a reference? Does it count as an AI? On one end, it does, because I did ask the AI to kind of design a character or something for me, and I kind of traced. So that is like the best analogy I can give. Like, for example, you take a picture, a real world picture, and then you trace. So however, when I traced it, it's called rotoscoping, and the most of the answer that I get is it's not really a copy. Yes, you still copy, but not really a copy. Like there is this really interesting fine line. Yeah, because what if you take a picture of it, like for example, a Mickey Mouse, okay? You took a picture and you trace the picture. So unfortunately, that character is still Mickey Mouse. You cannot run away. And if Mickey Mouse it's not in public domain, then oh no, that's a copyright IP thingy thing stuff. So you kind of cannot use it because the image is a registered copyright character. So followed by that, AI. How do we go about it? So that would be a question that I will post on Twitter, and I will ask around, right? I will bring it from time to time. AI art, obviously people frown upon, but what if you trace on an AI art? Does it still considered AI? Because you're using it as a reference? Question, right? It is a question. I don't have an answer. Personally, I think at least you put a little bit more personal effort. And of course, if you trace one-to-one, okay, I'm going to call this up. If it's a one-to-one trace, then you cannot say it's your own creation. You do need to say you had help from wherever you got the material from, right? Whether from picture or whatnot. Okay, if it's a one-to-one, direct copy-paste. If you did a interpretation of your own, change a little bit here and there, right, and try to not look like the original reference, I would call it, or like the AI reference, then okay, you know what? Then that line is you put on the effort to modify as much as you can. Yeah, you just need a reference, a starting point. Fair enough. Fair enough. Because like for example, this robot, it's a it's a combination of various robot reference that I can get my grubby hands on online. That is from cartoon that I used to watch, and that is from other artist interpretation, other 3D models. Like, okay, you know what? There are some nice parts here and there. I would like to copy paste a little bit, and my first attempt, it was literally one-to-one with a cartoon, right? He-Man, and I like, no, that's not good. I need to branch out a way. And then my next few iterations are like, this is too Iron Giant like, it's too not what I want. And then I cobbled, right? So basically I decided to cobble a version on for myself. Doesn't matter if it's ugly or not. And I think I can say this, alright? This robot needs to exist before a better one comes. Yeah, that's 100%. Same goes with Ape. I designed Ape for the past 2 to 3, okay, last 2 years. Last 2 years, I want to do a 3D PFP, a unique 3D PFP that 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 I can sell. Okay, truth to be told, and the first design I want to do an action figure style PFP, and I did tell myself, right, don't do 2D, straight away jump to 3D. I know it's the hardest hoop to jump into, but straight away do 3D because 2D it it's not say easier, but it's too, you need to do more work to convert 2D to 3D, and at the same time I did say, or rather I did plan ahead a little bit, like if I make a 3D avatar and whatnot, at least I can put it into animation and game, and yeah, basically I can use it to render, which is a better starting point. Because right now if I want to do a comic, I can use this character easy, although the environment is kind of boring though. But again, this need to exist, this game need to exist before I can move on to a better version or a future game that I want to make. Yeah, that's one simple thing I can say. All right, this need to exist before everything else. And with that being said, yeah, I want to change this. This is one of my top visual change that I need to do it. All right, this looks so out of place. So I want to do at least a jungle style ring, which I already had something in mind already. So I'm gonna put this out later. I don't think I think I can replace this next week. At least the first iteration, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make at least a dirt ground so it looks like a ring. Probably this 4 posts, or at least some posts, as using wood. I already have a tree over here, so I can plop one over here, plop one over here. But I don't want to resemble it like a wrestling slash boxing ring, but at least a fighting ring. So some things I have to remove, some things I have to change. So that's one good thing. Unfortunately, UI I will not be focusing for this game because there's too many things. So what I can do is I can just make it a simple UI, just grab in some simple UI stuff and call it a day. So that's that. Whew. All right, that's a long-winded stuff. Now, before I not say end the stream, I did promise myself we need to replace this guy. Okay, there is no way I need to, I cannot not say delay anymore. I need to do it ASAP. And today is the day. Today is the day. Okay. So I did have something that I have already, that I got for, not say free, but it is free, like Skybox. Okay, I have a few actually, because I was looking for some. I said, oh, this looks nice. Download. This looks nice. Add it to my assets, and so those are commercially free. So that's what I want to get back into, and that is I would try to handcraft myself as best as I can. All right, as best as I can. I cannot say no to AI, but I cannot say yes to AI. That's a key thing. And all this AI stuff, I think, you know what, let's reserve this for another topic, another dedicated day. I think I did say a little bit. I did have a collection that is AI driven, right? I will admit, I tried. It failed. Okay, it didn't fail in a way that it failed outright. It failed because it went to a point where it becomes stale. The gameplay wasn't engaging enough. It wasn't up to my expectation. Again, back to the same thing as well. So too bad, right? really too bad. Yeah, there's no other better explanation behind it. So, yep. But the project itself gave me some insights, and I would like to, attempt again. Yeah. Okay, so I just realized not so. I mean, at least there is. Okay, yeah, this is still slightly better. Slightly better, but I want to get at least some 2D. Let me find some 2D style. Okay, yeah, still better. It is better. Just boring, boring. So I need at least something. Not enough resources. Okay, at least we got our tree. Okay, I think I need to move the tree a little bit more forward. Okay, we're gonna do some slight tweaks here and there. Okay, let's do some slight tweaks. Let's do a little bit of beautification before we end the stream, because why not? Why not? All right, this guy goes here, and this, and because okay, so one thing nice about this is how do I put it this way? Because of me, no, how do I want to word this? How do I want to word this? With the decision to switch from tradition. All right. So one of the big things that I'm super happy of, I will still talk a lot about it. Okay, I am super happy and glad that I made the change from traditional rendering, using like Blender and whatnot, and straight jump into the game engine side of things. Yeah, super happy. I because of this, I can easily push out a lot of iterations and at least work in progress. Another word for it would be turnover. The turnover rate to whatever I want to do, it's so much faster. So right now, like, yeah, I can take a screenshot, boom. This can be a wallpaper or a collection for my, yeah, for my collection. Straight up, easy. Okay, put down a bit up here. Probably need some bush. Oh, there we go, bushes. We got bushes already. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. Need to change. All right, make sure everything is static. Save and press play. Yeah. So yeah, the turnover for the next iteration. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, this is nicer. Yeah, this is much more obvious, and everything you need to click can be clicked. Okay, sweet. Go to this guy. Obviously, I haven't applied that. I want to find another one. Yeah, this is just plain boring. Plain boring. Okay. Although we have one small issue now, and that is on this side. We definitely need to get some, what you call this, yeah, the lighting is all messed up. That is Unity stuff. I haven't learned how to fix that issue yet. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna give a little bit more sunsetty light. No. Let's not change. Let's not change. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. So that's that. At least we did some sort of game dev that I can do it live. So that's cool. That's cool. That's great. So what else? What else for the day before we end the stream? Checklist. Unfortunately, we are a little bit too late for the checklist. Yeah, see, something is wrong over here. Because the previous Okay, you know what? Let me try to solve this. Let me try to solve this. See if I can solve this problem. Might not. Okay. Is it have to do with, no, we don't have light maps. No. Lighting settings, no. No, has nothing to do with lighting settings. Nope, nope. So why did it still looks wrong? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna go too deep because I don't want to spend time wasting on me searching for stuff. Probably I'll do a what do you call this, a recap next stream for it. So that's that for the game. Yep, everything is working well. So next round. Oh yeah. So we already did swing, sandbag, done. All right, let's go through one by one again. Okay. Everything here is done. Oh no, this building spot I need to put a 3D hammer. Yeah, to show that you can build a hammer and just hammer. I was about thinking like we need to put hammer and the other wrench. Yeah, you don't need a wrench, just hammer. This one, everything is done already. Yeah, everything is done. Everything is done here. And if I click back, yeah, weird. Why did it not? I just remembered something. Okay, we need to switch our mood, HP, and energy to here. So we're gonna add one more. All right, so we're gonna do it right now. Right now. While we are at it. Although I need to do a little bit of scripting, but I'm not gonna do the script part. I'm just gonna put a what do you call this, a placeholder so that I remember to do it. If I don't do it, I have to do it live next week. No, next week. Next blah 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 blah. Next stream. My brain is just okay. So level I would put here for now. Buff spawn location. We're gonna put a little bit down here. Okay, and then we're gonna call this energy. HP bar text, we're gonna call this all right. Oh, what am I? Okay, and then next up, is it? Do we need to move a little bit more? Nope, everything is good. Everything is good. Spacing looks good. Couldn't tell if it's good or not. Feels I need to move just one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the gap feels a little bit. Okay, too much. Next up, we are going to change the color to yellow. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Done. Done. Okay, not gonna do too much, but what we're gonna do, we need to do a few tests to make sure everything is in line. And that will be it. That will be the episode. Click you. Buff. Okay, so buff, we can put buff a bit higher. Somewhere here. And the level we put, yeah, you know what, we'll put down here. Yeah, okay, perfect. The buff, maybe I'll do a different, another, might as well just do it now. Every time I say something, I need to do it right now. Just to, yeah, gotcha. This is great. Okay, put it under here. Level text here. And then buff would be here. Okay, play. It should work. Beep. Yeah, all right, sweet. Yeah, there we go. Let's move the buff just a little bit higher. Yeah, all right, cool. Just a little bit higher so that it falls in between. Is it perfect? Is it perfect enough? Great. Ah, no, not perfect. All right, let's nudge it a little bit more. All right, if this feels about right. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. I don't want to take too much time. Although I do enjoy a little bit. So on one end, at least, yeah, if I enjoy, okay, yeah, cool, cool, spot on, spot on. I'm just gonna let this play. Whew. Okay, that's all I have for you for today. So for those who are watching on Twitch and Kick and or Kick, I wish you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are. Have a nice day, my friends. Stay safe. Until then, I'll see you guys same time, same place. This Thursday, 9 p.m. PT time. Until then, for those who are watching on YouTube as well, I would say don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Until then, I will see you guys in the next. I think I messed it up a little bit. I will see you in the next stream. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Oh man, got tongue twisted there.